Hello, Missouri NYI. This is your not so illustrious NYI president, Pastor Richard, coming to you to communicate with you some of the things that we are working through regarding Young and Free this summer. So hang tight with me if you would. If not, just stop watching. Just go ahead. I don't have feelings or hurt. It's all good. Just go on your merry way. But for those of you who want to hear, first of all, thank you so much for your patience as we have been trying to wade our way through this pandemonious pandemic. I don't know if that's a word or not, but we're just going to go with it. Pandemonious pandemic together, even as we are far apart. We know that this has not been an easy time for any of us, with so many things being changed, adjusted, and canceled in our lives. I want you to know that we have been praying for you all during this time, that God's grace and His peace would abound in your lives and in your local churches. But secondly, I want to share my heart with you regarding Young and Free. I am so passionate for what this week is about. This time that we're together each summer is one of the most powerful weeks of my year and has been for many years. From the time I was a student attending, to being a counselor, to being a leader, to being a director, and then being a director and an NYI president. I'm telling you, I have always placed great importance upon this intentional, dedicated week of time in God's presence. So please know that I have been agonizing along with the Young and Free leadership team about what to do this summer. Now, as you know, there have been so many varying opinions, both from professionals and professional goobers about whens, hows, how longs, who with. It's enough to just drive me completely insane. And I know you're thinking that's probably not a far jump for me. I get it, but just stick with me, okay? But we've been moving forward in our planning with every intention of making Young and Free a reality somehow, some way, and someday this summer. We started with thinking maybe just an extra week further would be sufficient, until it wasn't. And then we started thinking maybe sometime in July, since there had been a cancellation at Pinecrest. But there's just been no way to be certain what's going to be going on at that point. Then David Yates at Pinecrest said that there were 3 weeks available in August, if that would help. And so the wheels started turning really, really quick. We recognized that the decision to reschedule or even cancel is not one to be made lightly. We've been praying about this for what seems like forever, seeking God's wisdom moving forward. And in the midst of this, we came to the conclusion that we really needed to get some feedback from you about this. What are your thoughts about having Young and Free this summer? You see, we know that there are all kinds of factors that go into your participation decisions. I mean, on a regular basis, not just because of COVID. Funds. Will we be able to afford to go or help students go? Schedules. How will this affect our vacation? Preparation for the new school year. Beginning of sports training. Getting students ready for college. I know it is so much to think about. And heaven forbid that we not take this virus into consideration. Will it be safe? I don't want anybody to get sick. And I promise, we don't either. We don't want anyone getting sick. So we need your help. See, next Thursday, the various event leaders of Young and Free, Kids Camp, and Family Camp will be meeting with the good Reverend Dr. Palmer, our truly illustrious leader, to make final decisions regarding these events. But before we do, we'd like to get some feedback from you. So we have created a short questionnaire/survey that we'd like for you to fill out as soon as possible, but at least by this next Monday, May the 11th. This survey is specifically regarding Young and Free, but the data that we collect from this will also help with the other events that we're going to be talking about in our meeting. Now, the link to this survey is going to be going out to all of our church leaders via email, text, and the various social media platforms that we utilize. But you can help us by getting your student families involved as well. You may need to know what they're thinking just like we do. So you can forward them this link to the survey and ask them to fill it out. Or you can ask them your own set of questions and convey that information to us. But their using the survey link would be easiest for us, as we will be communicating these results as soon as possible. Again, thank you so much for your patience in the midst of all this craziness. We know how desperately everybody wants to hear the word that Young and Free is going to happen. Let's just make the decision. We want to have Young and Free, but no matter what our decision is for Young and Free, it does not change one iota the ways that God can and will work in all of our lives in the days ahead. He remains faithful. He remains holy. He remains loving. He remains God. I look forward to the day that we'll be able to see everyone and reconnect as a District NYI. Well, let me clarify that just a little bit. I look forward to seeing most of you. I've seen enough of Pastor Andy Barnett to last me a lifetime. Sometimes it's just too much. I'm just kidding, Andy. I love you, man. I love you. But please, in the days ahead, stay well, be safe, and know that you are greatly loved. So till I see you all next, grace and peace to everyone.